Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen. Today's video is going to be a testing makeup video. I've not done one of these in a while. I have picked up some new things from a new brand by Revolution Makeup. So this new brand is called Relove by Revolution and everything is either £5 or under, so it's so affordable. And I think one of their kind of slogans was there is something for everybody. So I have picked up most of the range. I think the only thing I didn't get was like a contour thing, but I have got everything else, so super excited to show you what I have picked up. So this will be today's video. If you do love shopping, beauty and haul content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and let's get straight into this testing video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to test is the primer. I got the Power Fix primer, and this one's meant to just focus on making your makeup last all day. It has got quite a funny pump at the top, which I didn't realise. But yeah, so this is going to be the primer that I picked. They also do a hydrate primer, a matte primer and a pore vanish primer. But I really wanted to just try the Power Fix one. Something a little bit different because I normally just always go for hydrate. I'm just going to pump that out. So that's the consistency. It's almost like just a cream, and I'm going to just rub that in. It does feel really light. It's not really heavy on the skin. I think it does dry down quite quick though, so I am going to make sure it's massaged in. I do also have combination skin, so, and sensitive skin, as you can see, because I've just, all my skin's just gone red. I do have combo skin. My T-zone is very oily, and then my cheeks are quite dry. So yeah, that's gone in really nice. It's not tacky or anything, it's just sunken straight into the skin. And that one is £4. So this is like the higher price point of the Relove range, but it is a really good full-size primer. I picked up their new foundations. This is the Super Serum Hyaluronic Acid Foundation. I got this in the shade F6 because I do have some tan on at the minute. Hopefully it won't be too dark, because it does look quite dark actually. And this one is for light/medium skin tones with a neutral undertone. I think that's the one I picked up. I am quite neutral / slightly yellow. So it does come with a pipette. It's a bit stiff getting it out actually. So I'm just going to pop that on my face. Oh god. Ah! So nose, mouth. Sometimes I just smear it on with the side bit. Then I'm just going to blend that in. So I'm going to just start my forehead because I feel like it's going to drip down, and then blend it in. It is a super liquidy foundation, but most serum foundations normally are. Oh, it does have a really nice kind of glowy finish. Definitely doesn't feel too matte. I know this is probably going to be a very hydrating foundation because it's got hyaluronic acid in, and I don't think that's too bad of a match actually. I am going to just blend some down, but on the viewfinder it doesn't look too bad. This one's not too dry in like the primer either. I feel like you do have a lot of time to blend this in. The Relove range do have a heart makeup sponge, but I think it's only about £3, and I just feel like it looked a little bit hard on the picture. This foundation is also £5, so this is like the most expensive product that they do, but I think that's looking very nice on the skin. And £5 is still very cheap. Like, I know a lot of Revolution foundations are slightly going up in price now, so some are about 10, and I know they've just released a brand new one and that's £15. That is my skin. I think I've hopefully blended everything in, but that has got an amazing coverage. I did have a few little blemishes around my chin, and so far I can't see them. I know I don't have my glasses on, but that redness has definitely gone off my nose. I am very happy with the colour match. I think that has made my skin look so nice and smooth and even. I'm actually so impressed with how that foundation is looking, because I know sometimes if you get a really cheap foundation it can just look really cakey, and it definitely, you can see on my cheek that it's got a nice glow to it. So yeah, super happy with that. That might be one of my favourite quick foundation go-tos if I'm in a rush to do my makeup, because that has got an amazing coverage and it did blend in really quickly as well. Show you what my skin looks like very quickly. As you can see, just ignore that little piece of foundation in my hair, but as you can see it is really nice. I'm very surprised. I didn't think it was going to be this nice or this good because of the price. This also does come in 15 shades at the minute, but I'm sure they will bring out more shades once it gets a bit more popular, because obviously it is just a brand new range that's just been released. This foundation, it also says that it's a lightweight formula which is buildable, and it also does create a smooth dewy finish, and I definitely think it does do that as well. So that is the foundation. Now next is concealer, and I think that was the only thing that they hadn't actually brought out, which really did surprise me, but I don't have a concealer because they just didn't make one. So I am just going to use my normal concealer that I use every day. So I just use my collection one, so I am going to just blend that in very quickly under my eyes. Okay, so I've just quickly blended in my concealer, and next is powder. I actually did buy a powder for once. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know that whenever there's a new powder out, I never buy it because I just don't see the point. I always just use my Rimmel one, but I actually really wanted to try the Relove powder, so that's what I've done. So there is a loose powder that they do, but I just got this super matte powder, and this is the shade. I just got it in the shade Translucent. But yeah, it's just in some simple white packaging. I think it looks really nice actually. I am going to just pop some of this under my eyes and just on my forehead and just slightly down my nose as well. Oh, and inside there's just a huge R for Revolution or Relove. So I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to pop that underneath. I definitely think it has mattified my eyes and made them look a little bit brighter as well. So yeah, super happy with that powder. So this super matte powder is only £3, so affordable. It's cheaper than my Rimmel one, but this will obviously last me for ages. I am going to use this in my normal makeup routine now because it is just a nice powder. So the next one is bronzer, but they didn't make any bronzers. They made some contour kits, but they just look too orange, and I mean like bright orange. I just didn't want to pick one up because I just didn't want to ruin like my makeup look, because they were very warm toned. I needed something cool toned for my skin tone, and there just wasn't any. But I think their contour kits are £3 or £4 again. But yeah, so I'm going to just do my bronzer quickly and then we'll move on to blush. So moving on to blush and highlight, I got this cute little duo palette. So this is a lovely pinky shade and then a very light, almost champagne-y shade for a highlight. And they have so many different palettes of shades of these, lots of different ones, and I think these are £3 as well. But I really wanted to try a bit of a darker pink just for a change, and I really like the highlight that came with it. They also do sell single highlighters on their own, but again, they looked very dark. It was more of a very gold, a very bronzy kind of shade, so I thought I'd just play it safe and just go for this palette. So I am going to just lightly dip my brush in there, just apply it to my cheeks very lightly because I don't want to look like I have huge cheeks, but I've just did that in lightly, and as you can see, it's definitely very pigmented, but it is also a very dark shade as well. So yeah, that is one side. I mean, I love the colour. I don't know if that's just a bit too much blush for me, but I'm literally just dabbing in the tiniest amount. Make myself look just nice rosy cheeked and not like a clown. But yeah, wow, that is going on really nicely. It goes on and blends really nice with the foundation as well, but it is a really nice little pop of colour on your cheeks. This side's definitely gone on a lot nicer than this side. I feel like that's just a little bit too much. I've just tried to tone this down with a little bit more powder. You just need the tiniest amount for that. So next is highlight. I've not worn highlighter for probably about 3 or 4 months. I've just kind of fallen out with all my highlighters. I really was excited to see this one. This was just something a little bit different, so I am going to just lightly brush that in and just put it on my cheekbone. So that is a really nice glow. It's not too intense, which is what I like. I don't like looking like tinfoil or something very shiny. I do really love the shade of this. It has got a slight pinky tone to it, but it's not too harsh. Yeah, I really like that. That's going to be probably one of my fave new duos, and I do love the effect it's given my cheeks. They've brought out 12 different palettes, and these are £3 each, I think. So I've gone for this very pinky one because I just love having different tones of pink and purple. So this is the palette. My palette's called Empower, but they have loads of really nice powerful names like Manifest. I think there's one called Power as well actually, but yeah, those are all the shades. There is one shimmer shade and then the rest are matte. I'm definitely going to go for a nice pinky look. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off with this little light pink shade here and just run it through my crease. There we go. So that's blended really nicely. I did dip in twice just to again get the colour, but I do kind of put my brush in very gently so it doesn't come out too harsh. But that seemed to be blended really easily, and I do really like that colour on its own actually. I think that is such a gorgeous shade. And then I'm just going to take this slightly deeper shade here, a bit like a dusty rose kind of shade, and I'm just going to run that through as well. There we go. So it does look a slightly darker pink now. So the only shimmer I have is this very kind of dark pink, and I don't know whether to put that on. Yeah, you know what, I am going to put that on. I just really want to test the shimmer. So I never put shimmers on with a brush anymore, I just use my finger. To be honest, I thought that shimmer shade would go on a lot easier, but I've had to run my finger in the pan quite a few times to apply it, so it wasn't the easiest to put on, to be honest. I did think it would just glide on really nice, almost like a foil, but it did take quite a lot to put it on my eyelid. So yeah, that's definitely not my favorite, but I do really love the color, even though it does look a tiny bit uneven. So I think that's the best I'm going to do with that shimmer shade. But yeah, that definitely wasn't my favorite, but I did love all the other shades in this palette. That blended really nicely. So if I just close my eyes and show you, you can probably see how patchy it is, like the shimmer. Okay, so that's eyeshadow done. So they've released this new Ultra Slick Flick eyeliner pen, and those are my favorite kind of eyeliners to work with. I think this was £3, and I got mine in the shade black, but they do have a lot of kohl pencils and pens like this as well. So this is just what the pen looks like, just a standard eyeliner pen really, and the tip is very fine and thin, which is what I really wanted, and I do need a new eyeliner anyway. So yeah, that is super fine actually. Wow, that was really fast and super easy to use. It's definitely more of a wet formula. I thought it was going to be a bit stiffer, but it is a little bit wet, so you do have to be careful when using this so you don't put too much. If you press too hard, you'll probably give yourself a really thick eyeliner band. Yeah, that's really lined my eyes well and super easy, super quick. Then they brought out a mascara as well. So this is the only new mascara by Relove Revolution. It's in his very kind of magenta thick packaging. So this is the packaging of the mascara. It is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It is quite a chunky mascara. So yeah, it's just got volume and power all over the top of the packaging. And then let's see what the wand looks like. Wow, okay, so this is a huge mascara wand. Probably the biggest one I've ever seen. But yeah, that is huge. I didn't think it was going to be like that. But yeah, if you've got small eyes, you're going to have to be very careful you don't get mascara like all over your eye makeup and the bottom of your eye. So this mascara is only £3. So let's give this a go. I'm very scared. I'm scared it's going to be very clumpy as well. So here we go. It's definitely give my lashes a little bit of length and definitely a lot of volume, but you just have to be so careful. Like I can't get into like the corner where my eyelashes are because this is just so big. I think that's the only downfall, but if you look at my lashes, they've definitely taken really well. It's definitely lengthen them, give them volume. I think they do look very nice. It's not my favourite mascara I've ever tried in the world. I definitely think there are some nicer ones, and I really love the Sky High mascara by Maybelline because that's just such a nice smaller wand. I think the wand is just what's off-putting with this mascara, but it definitely has done the job. And then the final product is obviously going to be a lip product. So they've brought out these tiny little baby glosses which are so cute. So this is the one that I got. It's in just your kind of standard nudie pink shade. This is in the shade Sweet. They only have released glosses with the Relove range. All these glosses in lots of different shades, even some like kind of funky shades as well. I hope they do release some lipsticks in the future because I would love to try those as well. So it is just in that same kind of packaging as like the powder and stuff. So I am going to just apply this to my lips. Okay, so that's actually given my lips a lot more pigment than I thought. Some glosses, obviously, they are just very sheer coverage. That's actually given my lips a really nice shine and a good amount of colour added to them. So that's my lips done. So yeah, very impressed with that. Slightly sticky, but not too much that it would bother you, I don't think. For £3, that's definitely going to be going into my handbag. But yeah, I really love the shine of that. Super happy with this lip gloss. So that is everything I wanted to try from the Relove Revolution range. They do have a setting spray, but I just never buy them. That's something that I just feel like is a bit of a waste of money, just because they don't ever work with me. So this full face of makeup came to £30 or just under, I think. Yeah, I'm so happy with all the products. I think the only thing I don't like is that they definitely need to come out with a concealer, because I'd love to try that. The mascara is definitely just too big. It's just ridiculous. Minus the shimmery eyeshadow, actually, because I wasn't a huge fan of that. It's just really hard to apply. The rest is actually amazing. Definitely worth the money. I think the foundation is definitely one of my favourites. I just love the glow. The blush and the highlighter palette is definitely another one of my favourites, and yeah, I do love everything. They also did do some eyebrow products, but I'm just not a huge fan of doing my eyebrows every day, but I just didn't want to buy an eyebrow product this time, but I might do in the future. This is my final makeup look. I definitely am very happy with how everything's come out. So yeah, that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!